morning and welcome to the workshop. I'm Lex, and today the guys and I are going to have a look at SpaceX, that little bitty stock that no one knows anything about. Its IPO is huge, and the newly listed options have been volume plentiful. So it's already in the stratosphere relative to option volume. It's crazy. We're going to have a look at that today and more after the bell. Yeah, that's space cowboy kind of music, isn't it?
It's something.
Yeah, I'm looking at the SpaceX. So as I was sitting here, when we were pre-show, we're talking about SpaceX and some of the details of it. I decided to say, you know what? It's been down the last few days. Why not have a little call spread just for fun to the upside? Just on the 0DT today, one that's expiring today. And I was like, I missed it. And I looked up and I go, oh, wait a minute. I got filled. And it's already about 30% higher. Let's go, boys. Coffee's on me. Woo.
SpaceX.
All right. This is fun. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. All right. Today's SpaceX. Any other interesting I think this is the most interesting kind of event of the week. Sort of, right? I can't think of anything else that's kind of exciting.
Oh, I don't know. Yesterday was the FOMC.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but the FOMC yesterday also looks like they don't have a bias toward cutting rates too much. Is that what we found out?
Oh yeah, Warsh is emphasizing price stability. That's code for raising rates.
It's code for shut up is what it's code for.
Yeah.
So.
Possibly right. Like overshadowing a new Fed chair, we have SpaceX. Like nothing happens for months, and then it all happens this week.
Right. All right, let's get into the SpaceX thing, right? So details. Anyone know the details relative to the size of this monster and want to share?
I mean, I could give you some option statistics. Yesterday, puts and calls were about 1-to-1. But volume was about 1.6 million, I think 1.58 million.
In options?
In options, yes, not including the stock. And its 30-day implied volatility at the money is 93.
Wow, that's
which if you're losing like 140 billion a year, I guess 93% implied volatility makes sense, right?
Yeah. That's interesting. Wow. And
I don't actually think that's that high. I almost would have gone higher.
Yeah,
you would have?
I would too.
Yeah, like 96 vol. I mean, it's not, pedestrian, but it's not like we've seen this. This movie's, been played many a time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm just looking at the things. We'll share this in a second. Luis, give us a second on this. Let me just make sure mathematics makes its happy day here. I'm trying to figure
out. The leaps are actually down. I guess end of. Yeah, a year out implies only 75.
Right. Yeah, I'm seeing 85, 86 on a 30-day implied. So the straddle's trading about $35 ish on the 30-day, and today's straddle is still $8 today. So
that's a lot. That's actually not that. That's actually, I mean, I would expect a little bit more,
huh? Yeah, I think so. It seems it says it's 189 volatility, 190 volatility on today's. But you think about it, it's got 5 hours to go or whatever, and it's still $8. That's pokey. I think SpaceX could be up on the day. It's down right now $11, and it's been down, for the last several days, I think, right after the initial charge.
Yeah, let's see what its 1 year. I'm going to look at its 1 year implied volatility.
Okay,
because that to me would be more telling. So it's 1 year implied volatility is around 80. They're saying there's a chance, because since this is annualized implied vol, right? The short term, you could go up to 100, 200%, but 80% 1 year from now is saying that they think that this thing could be cut by 80% in a year. The 50, where do you think in June 17, 2027, where do you think 50 delta is?
We're looking at it. Which one
June
was it?
17th, 2027, you said?
Yeah, June 17th, 2027. So a year from today.
Oh,
where do you think?
Jesus. Okay.
Where do you think delta 50 is?
Well, I'm getting it up on the screen now for everybody.
Tradier Pro has it at 245.
Yeah. 245, 250.
Yeah, that's nuts. That is nuts. Look at that. Look at the delta. So this is interesting. Can you see my screen? So I got deltas up here, and we're looking at that 1 year. Look at these deltas in the money calls here, 70s, 80s, and look at these puts as well. I mean, these are in the money puts, and it's only showing about a 30-40 delta up here. That's crazy. Nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to know what someone's running on rates on this right now. Because like 30 days out, I still see it up 50 deltas like $5 higher than spot right now.
Yeah. So I'm back. I'm on the 30 delta now. So this is the July 17th expiration. Yeah, it's about $5 up, right? Probably maybe even $7 if you kind of go in between the 85-90, right? There was an 87.5. That's where it would be roughly.
Oh yeah, the July 24 has that 87. Yeah.
Here, I'll go up to there then if they have it. Let's see.
What do you think it could be? Like borrow or just interest rates, or? It's
got to go in the hard to borrow, don't you think, Mark?
That's what I would really think, just given how like low the float is on this. It seems like an obvious candidate to hit the hard to borrow. But then what you're getting is some crazy skew going on here that's putting that delta up there, right?
Yeah.
Like that's obviously counteracting any of the negative rate.
Right. So let's have a look at it. One thing we talked about pre-show, and so that folks understand this a little bit, is I was doing a little seminar with one of our interns, and I hadn't even paid attention to this. The kid said that, oh yeah, SpaceX has options. I go, what? It just IPO'd the other day, and I got to tell you, in the old days when we had to list options, you had to go through the gauntlet to get it listed. Apparently now it's streamlined into 1 or 2 days after the IPO, which is great. Jason, you said that this stock traded what was it?
1.58 million options
yesterday.
Just yesterday. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That's insane.
That's the third most. That's the third most of the day behind the typical NVIDIA Tesla.
Yeah, that's insane, crazy. But what we noticed is, and all I did was take a simple, you can see my mouse on the screen. I just went up to where the 25 delta kind of would be, and I just did by numbers. So let's say I went up, $20 to 202 ish. Notice that calls 1180. Let's call it $12 right here, right? Everyone see that? We go down to $20 to 162 ish, right? What does that put? $10. $12 to the upside, $10 to the downside. You don't see that a lot in equity trading, right? Usually that relationship is skewed the other way. Well, what does that say? It's obvious that there's tons of upside pressure, right, of buying calls to that upside, and that skew has flattened, let's call it, and then actually smirked its way up on the call side so that the upside is much dearer to people who are playing this game. And what do the market makers do? Well, yeah, you want to buy calls? Great. Have at it. But we're going to change that skew a good bit. So, Jason, from your perspective, you deal a lot with this gamma and all that sort of stuff. Does this tell us anything about direction?
Well,
it's an anti-indicator, meaning the skew is so much to the upside that we should be fading that. What do you think?
I mean, I'm ready to. I would sell call verts, but the thing is that right now, like when we look at these kind of stocks, this is already gotten to the point of MU or any of the meme stocks that we've seen, and implied volatility I think will eventually kind of come down, especially after the mania of option buying. Mm-hmm. So I think, but now in this kind of stock, when the skew is reversed, implied volatility coming down means the stock will come down.
Yeah.
And that's, that's kind of it'll settle in probably eventually, but people who are into this, like Mark said, the float is very low on this stock. So it's I would say the implied volatility probably should be higher. I mean, it's high, but it probably should be higher because it won't take much to move this. And now dealers are holding a lot of a full book already.
Right. And if you're delta hedging this too, against some sort of stock position, it's going to change your what you have on, because if you're using deltas that are currently here, and let's say you have a collar on your stock, right? And you go down to the 20 points of the 160 put, that's a 25 delta, 25 and a half delta. You go up $20 to the 200 call, that's a 40 delta. When we get back to some normalcy, those are going to flip, right? Mm-hmm. So you're actually going to be, it's going to feel like you're going to be shorter on the put side, right? And not as short on the call side. So do they net out? Probably they net out on a collar like that. But if you had, a strangle on that thing, you could actually be a lot shorter than you think. That renormalizes, right? Because that you get a higher delta of your long, and the long call that you have on that strangle will get a shorter. Deltas won't be as much. So you're a lot shorter than you may think when that thing normalizes. So it's kind of interesting stuff, I think, on this kind of play. What else? Anything, Mark? You're looking at some things. You got some ideas here?
I was just looking at some volume numbers, trying to break it down by expiration and delta and whatnot. But I was getting confused because did you know someone previously had the SPCX ticker? There was a SPAC a couple of years ago that had SPCX.
That's funny because I looked up. I thought I had the ticker right a while back before this thing was hopping, and it came up with something else. I looked it up online. I'm like, wait, that's not the right stock. This doesn't make sense to me. So
that's why my numbers were wildly off, because no one was trading the SPAC as options in the SPAC SPCX.
Got it. Okay. Interesting.
But obviously tons of volume, and Jason sort of mentioned this pre-show, so I'm curious what numbers you have too, but it's all across the board. I look at the delta buckets and they're basically equal, from 10 to 90. People are buying every stretch of the curve. Yeah. Or selling, trading every part of the curve.
Yep, I agree with that. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I looked at it yesterday. I'm in June now. I don't know if you guys can see the screen. So I'm in June, and my columns on Tradier Pro are set up so that I have delta, open interest, bid, ask, and the buy sell buttons there, I guess, by position and spread, right? So look at the open interest. Okay, this stock's been trading for 3 days. Is that right, Jason?
What was it? Last Thursday was when the stock was trading, but yesterday I think
options
yesterday was the first day for options.
Yeah, but look at the open interest here. I'm circling it on the screen. I don't have a drawing tool, but 17,000, 20,000 open interest in an option that's expired date. It's only been open for 2 days. I mean, this is amazing, I think, right?
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy. And actually, so people are touching every part of the curve. But if you look at the the days to expiration for that volume, 30% of it is in options expiring in less than 6 days. Right. So a lot is happening in the short term. Second most popular, 30%, or is 30% the first day of trading and 28% the second day of trading.
Yep. I'm flipping out. I don't know if you can see what I did. I'm flipping out of that little one lot call spread I did. So I bought one, sold one. Just for people watching, I have no reason to do that other than it's been down for 3 days. I just playing around. I bought it for $1.30. I'm trying to sell it at $2.05. I'm being piggish. It's $2 midpoint right now. Who wants me to go down? Who wants me to lower the price? I'm lowering the price. How do you do that in Tradier Pro? You go find the order, you click on it, and it's $2.05. And I hope by the time I get there, make it $2, replace it gets filled before then. What a baby. I'm such a baby.
So we talked about the last time we talked about this, what the option strategy you do is right now.
Yep.
I think I said covered call, and I think I'm still going to stick to that.
Okay. Why?
I mean, if 30 days out, or actually I've got 90 days out. So over the next quarter, at the money, I can collect $30 on that. Like that, I don't know. Like if I have to do a trade on that and buy a share for 180, sell that call at $30. Like I think that
What was that, Mark? Sorry, which month?
I'm out in September. I mean, we can look at the
Yeah, that's
30
fine.
days.
September's good. That's 92 days out.
Yeah, so one quarter. Give this time some time to settle in. I'm selling a call that's worth 17, 18% of the underlying. Like I realize that's what 92 vol means, but or 82 vol here. I don't know. I still like that trade.
Yeah. So okay. So Mark's saying he'll sell this 180 call against this stock position. Anything on the put side? You're collaring this at all, or leaving it as it is?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like I don't know what other trade I want to make in this stock.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to sell straddles.
No.
I don't think I want to sell puts. I don't think,
Sure.
I think your vanilla covered call, if you want to get involved with this, take your guaranteed 17% on the upside, not guaranteed, but like up to 17% on the upside and, a little bit at 17% buffer on the downside. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think from like my thought is actually maybe like cash secured put way down, but because again, for the same kind of reasons that Mark is talking about, because it's very juicy down there. But I think, and this is speculative on my part, but I think skew is going to normalize eventually as this gets more integrated into SPX and all that kind of stuff. And when skew normalizes, that cash secured put is going to look expensive from an implied volatility standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for those who don't know what the cash secured put is, right? That's when you sell a naked put and you have enough money to cover it all the way down to zero, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, it's like buying that stock at that strike price, and the clearing firm brokerage wants to make sure you have enough dough. So that's the secured part, and it's a very popular strategy. And if you get put on that, meaning it goes through your strike and you get the long stock. Then you do mark strategy in the wheel, or you can do mark strategy and sell a call against it, right? I mean, it's for people who really believe in the upside of an underlying stock. That's the point of all that, right?
Yeah, I would probably give it a little bit more time than Mark. Like I would go out like a year, maybe.
Yeah, well, years
because it's still 82 vol. I think that vol has got to come down.
You would think so. What do you think this vol settles, guys? When we get through the initial hoopla of all this excitement, where do you think
it'll start to mimic Tesla?
Okay, so let's see what that is out on a similar term. What is it?
I think it's like 50.
Let's find out.
But the only reason why I'd go cash secured put instead of a covered call is because I mean, and maybe I'm biased because I don't like Elon Musk, but I think that the price is going to come down.
Yeah, so I'm seeing 43.55 on a 30-day historical implied. So it's about 46 right now in Tesla out in October. Okay, and let's go back to SpaceX, SPCX, right? And they had that September option, I think. Yeah, it's about 82, 83.
Yeah.
So that's probably fair. I mean, it might be a little higher, I think, but then
it's going to be a clip higher. I'm going to take the other side, and I think this vol is fairly priced.
Right now, currently, or
yeah, I don't think it's going to come down that much.
Really? Okay, interesting.
What we were talking about it. Well, it's not in pennies yet, but like, how quickly does this get nickel wide, 1,000 up or whatnot? I'm gonna say for the similar reasons, like, I think this vol is fairly priced fairly quickly, and we might already be there. Like, I don't like, this is a space exploration company. Like trading at 80 vol doesn't sound crazy to me.
Yeah. Fair.
Like, Tesla's a car manufacturer.
Right. Okay.
And like optimizer of government subsidies. Like the fact that that's trading at 50 vol might even be high.
Yeah. No, that's good.
But I think SpaceX deserves to be high.
Okay. Fair enough. I think it comes down a little bit. I don't think it goes to Tesla yet for a while. But I don't think it's gonna stay in the mid 80s. I think probably a 70 handle on the low 70s is probably where we see it for a while. But we got
right now as it is, SpaceX is an internet company.
Yeah. Yep.
They're doing, and like Tesla, it's a lot of R&D.
Right.
Right now, Tesla, I don't know Tesla's earnings. I don't know if they still positive. I know they're losing orders and stuff like that. SpaceX is very speculative, so it Mark's right. It probably should be a little higher than Tesla, but I think 80 is a little bit. I think once the frenzy dies down, so will the IV.
Right.
And that's speculative. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not touching this thing.
Oh, yeah. You gotta touch it. You gotta poke it like it's a bear.
I am not touching it.
You gotta touch it. Okay, for those of you who are rooting for me or against me,
I'm always rooting for you, Lex. Except for
I know they're not rooting for me. I bought it at 130. I sold it at $2. I'm out. Guess where it's trading now? 120. Woo! Guess what I have to say about that noise? If you have less than $25,000 in your account, this new PDT rule is just nirvana, right? You don't have to worry about all that BS. You can get in and out of things if you're a day trader. I'm not advocating anything, but you can get in and out of things at will and as much as you want. Just makes the game way different for folks now. So keep that in mind. By the way,
good luck, Lex.
I will be getting back.
I want you to win.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. I want me to win too. I will be getting back.
I'm rooting for you to win, not only because I don't ever want to see my friends lose, but also because maybe it will inspire you to change the opening theme to something more spacey as opposed to cowboy-y.
I got you. Fair enough.
Maybe like
I can go spacey. I like spacey.
Yeah, 2001 Space Odyssey. Dun, dun, dun. Yep, there you go.
All right. Anything else? I just went to Meta because I have a position on there too. Let's go back to next.
Can we see the portfolio, Lex?
Yeah, sure. Right here. That's small. I'm just playing with
You got Apple, AMD,
Apple,
Meta,
Nike, Open, whatever that is, Rivian, and VVV.
What is Open?
So there you go.
I was looking at, so I agree with Jason that SpaceX is an internet company right now, obviously with that like R&D kicker. The only other space comp we have, SPCE, that IV. Now these options are wide and kind of thin, but like if you go out 30 days, that July Expo at the money's 120 vol.
Okay. What say that one again? I'll type it in.
SPCE, Virgin Galactic.
Oh, yeah. Okay, and which one is this marked? Oh, look at this. Which month?
I'm looking at like the 3.5 strike out in July. That's like a 120 vol.
But it's only $3.
Oh shit! It's only $3. You're right.
Everything's going to be a 120 vol. If it has a penny on it, it's 120 vol.
God, this is Virgin Galactic. This is what's his name? Branson stock, right?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, I should probably own these calls. I mean, I'm sure something good's going to happen.
I mean, your best bet is basically what Reddit ran back a week ago, where they were buying calls in SPCE, banking on people being too dumb to know the difference between the two of them. And it rallied. There was a huge squeeze on it.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
It got as high as, I guess it was like the last week in May that they were doing it. It got as high as 750.
Wow.
I mean, I'd be selling those calls. Look at that $15 call.
32 cents. Yeah, I'm going up here with this guy. So I'm doing the 4.5 15 call spread for 56 cents. All right.
I don't think this thing has moved in a long time, has it?
Well, we're going to find that out.
I remember when this was a meme stock.
Seriously?
It used to be a while ago.
Yeah.
They were trying to get it to meme, and it didn't work out as well.
Really?
We're talking about like 3 weeks ago it memed.
Oh, but only to like from 2 to 3. I mean, like, AMD style from 2 to 30.
SPCE, it went from like 275 on May 22nd.
Up to 9. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my, it did meme. Look at that. But this is
it was the whole like Reddit thing the last week in May.
Right. This is 500 days. And aside from that, it's been around 5 on the top, maybe 5.5. Oh, why am I buying this spread? I'm not doing it. Forget it. I'm out. Stock sucks. All right, cool. What else? We got to probably hit the road here, guys.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Anything back on SpaceX that we need to know about? I'm going to keep an eye on this. Obviously, I'm going to trade this. It's going to be one of my new stocks. I like Mark's idea. I will be selling some sort of premium in it, but very gingerly. I promise.
Yeah. Ginger's probably the way to go.
Yeah, ginger's the way to go on this. But it trades a lot. And one more thing on this. Check out the 0DT. That's my dog barking. These markets are already very tight. So look at 330, 340 at the money. Let's go out to the 30-day. Let's see how tight those are. $17 option. 1740, 1770. That's not bad.
That's not the worst.
Right? 1530, 1560. Very, very good for this stock. Great volume. I think this is a thumbs up for a retail person to have a look at. And once you understand all this SKU stuff and what have you.
Yeah.
Right? Mark, you on board or no?
I'm on board. I realize my covered call idea is contrary to my idea that I think implied vol is fairly priced. But on the tightness of markets, I totally agree. I don't have size up on my.
I don't have it here either. It took me a second to do it, but it's pretty good. I mean, I think all these stocks. I don't think they're showing tons of size anyway. I don't think the market making community's like cranking them out. They're probably showing with their minimum, right? Which is, are they 1 up allowed now, or can they have to be 10 up? I forget.
It depends on the exchange. I think most are 1 up.
Okay, got it. I would. My feeling is on a normal market that doesn't have any other, something sitting on the book, I would say these are in the 20 up range visually, but I think you could get a lot more if you ping it. So,
well, that's the thing is I'd love to see like some of the EQ stats on this, right? Because at a nickel wide, they're probably trading a couple pennies in there. Like I think the effective spread is probably a lot tighter than what we see anyway.
Yeah. Right. Oop. I got to go back to this. Jason, you're the man, no.
I'm the man. What did I do?
I did
Just
it.
rooting for you.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's close her down. I'll have some more stuff next week on this. I'll look at it over the week and get some ideas on it. I'm more interested in the SKU. I looked at our SKU workshop on this thing, and I'm kind of interested in that, and I'm interested in what it tells us. Right. I mean, we certainly noticed that the SKU was very flat and actually prominent to the upside. What does it mean? And the stock has sold off since we noticed that. So I don't know if that's a contrary indicator or not, but that's what happened. So I'm going to I'll play around with some details there and get back.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, Mark, what else do we need to know about the weekend? Oh, no school tomorrow. Right. It's
no school tomorrow, market holiday.
Right. And you know what I noticed? Our buddy Chris, Mark, when he does the square root of time on the annual trading days, it used to be 252, which came out to be 15.87. And he had it as 251 on one of his articles. And I'm like, why is it 251? I couldn't figure it out. But this Juneteenth day is a day that we've taken up, and he took that day out to make it 251, which becomes 15.84. If anyone doesn't understand what the hell I'm talking about, please send me an email, lex@tradier.com. I will explain it to you in the email. Happy to do it, but it's an interesting little tidbit that happened when they added another holiday in the calendar year for trading. Kind of fun. So, all right. Well, I think Mark's going to tell us to have a what? Happy
trading.
Happy trading. You guys have a great weekend. You two guys have a great weekend. See you next time on the Traders Workshop.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.